On the drive motor itself, this piece here is your encoder, and that should be getting pulses as the drive motor spins. And the pulses that you get from that are 12 volt DC. These two wires here, they're wired internally on the motor. Those are the thermal wires that reads the temperature of the motor. Over here, these two wires come into the white connector. That's the thermal wires. This black and this red one here, that's the power to the encoder, which is 12 volt DC. And then this white and this blue wire, those are the encoder A and B, which sends the signal to the controller. This is the electrical schematic for the Delta lift truck. On the schematic, what we're looking at is the encoder plus, encoder minus. That's the red and the black. If you put a meter on that connector we just showed you, you'll get 12 volt DC on these two wires. Also in that connector is the encoder A and B. They call it on the schematic. It's the white and the blue wire. You put your leads from your meter on there and you slowly creep the drive wheel, you'll get 12 volt DC impulses as that spins. To check and see if the encoder is getting power, we got the black and red wire here at the top of the connector. You just, with the machine powered on, you put your leads in. What you'll get is you should have a reading of 12 volts. So on our meter we got a reading of about 13.4. That tells us that there's power going out to that encoder. So to test the encoder, see if the encoder is working, if you take your leads on your meter, you have it on the DC voltage setting, you want your leads on the white wire, which is encoder A, and the blue wire, which is encoder B. So once your leads are in there and you make good contact, then we'll go ahead and we'll rotate the motor to see if we're getting the impulse. To test the encoder, the easiest way to do it is you somehow have to lift the drive wheel up off the ground. Either you could lift it up with a fork truck, or another way of doing this is if you have an M10 set screw. You can put a plate underneath there and screw that set screw down until your drive wheel comes up off the ground. And then your unit will be stationary and you can operate the drive wheel without it moving. Now to test the encoder, right now the drive wheel's in a position we're getting 12 volts from the encoder, but to see if it's working in turtle speed, if we bring the arm down and we slowly rotate that drive wheel, and you can't go too fast, you gotta creep it along real slow, you'll see your meter change. It came off from 12 volts, and then when it gets to a position where it's gonna send another impulse, we'll get 12 volts. You see it just flash there? And then that will tell you that your encoder is working properly if you're getting 12 volt DC input signals.